familiar city. Your expectations for yourself as you're heading into training camp with this new squad?
I'm lucky to have, some guys that I played with before, like Bub and AJ, and I got a couple vets on the team, Chris and CJ and AG. But going to training camp is nothing like, going to training camp with your hometown, Southeast DC, right where my dad is from. So it's nothing like it. So I'm very happy.
I asked AJ and Bilal about high-flying dunks. You and I talked about that. They both admitted that there's going to be some internal competition in that department. Do you agree or disagree?
They're not in competition, but I feel like we all can get up off the floor and off the ground and have some flashiness to us. But it's definitely be very exciting. Throw some hoops to them, they can throw some hoops to me.
My last question, for those who don't know exactly which version of Cam Whitmore that they're going to get this season, what do you say to
An all-around basketball player where I can, show off my basketball skills, my playmaking ability, my defense ability.
Cam, how you doing?
Hello.
Bijan Todd, White Sports Network. Going from Houston to DC, two organizations, different timelines, different amount that they're competing for championships. You'll likely have a far greater role here than you had in Houston. Are you looking forward to that opportunity, and how do you plan on seizing that opportunity with more minutes?
I've been looking forward to that opportunity since July 5th, since I got traded. But I've been ready, working the weight room, working on the court, working on my mental, and I'm ready to get on the floor in the Verizon Center, Capital One Arena.
Good clarification. You mentioned, being excited since July 5th. I'm curious, when you got the call that you were coming here, coming back home, coming to a new team where you'll get more of an opportunity, what was your reaction?
I was still, I didn't really say anything. I was kind of like confused, not necessarily, but I definitely called my parents. I was the first person I called. When I got the news when Stone called me and my representative called me when I was traded, but I quickly called my parents to say I'm coming home. My dad was like, what? Kind of like a reaction where no way. So I'm very happy too.
Hi Cam, JC, Monumental Sports Network. You mentioned your parents. I remember at the Combine a couple years ago, you talked about how your dad would surprise you with Wizards tickets when you got home from school. Could you kind of expand on that story and kind of remind us of that?
Usually it was kind of like a way of me trying to do good in school, or he wanted me to do good in school, and he would surprise me with Wizard tickets. I would come home and I would get home first before him, and he would come home and just be like, bam, got some tickets, let's go, put your shoes on, we're ready to go, and it was a fun time, fun memory.
And speaking of growing up around here, we know you've got a great relationship with Bub. How would you describe your guys' friendship, and what is it like to be teammates?
That's my little brother. I take him under my wing, teach him all the ways to be a good basketball player and a good man. We have a good relationship, and it's just nothing like it.
Cam, David Aldridge with The Athletic. When the season ended in Houston, what did you want to work on specifically with your game going into the off season, and how did you attack that?
Well, one thing I wanted to focus on coming into next season was, it's not really like a skill you can do, it's defense. And I really want to take pride in the defensive end first, and then have the offense speak for itself. But I'll let the offense come, but defense, help defense outside, being low man, being ready, being aware, just really locking it down and down. Same thing I do on offense to defense, but offensively, be a 3-level scorer, perfect my craft.
And on the defensive piece, how much of that is just mental reps? You know where you're supposed to be, you know what you're supposed to do, and how much of it is physically getting on the court and doing
It's just being aware, building my body, getting a little stronger, a little bigger, having a nice pace, getting over the screens, getting under the screens, just knowing the defensive schemes, what I can just do on the defensive end.
Hi Cam, over here. Megan McPeak, also with Monumental. You mentioned the defense. When you look at that side of the floor, new team, new chapter for you, how much do you want to challenge yourself in a specific area that this season, if I can lock in on, as you mentioned, being the low man, always being where I'm supposed to, do you do things like that to try to better your game from a defensive standpoint?
Yeah, even not just me challenging myself, the coaches are definitely challenging me too. From Keith and DV and JJ, they're definitely wanting me to be a good too. But yeah, I mean they're challenging me every day, and you know, working on your body and going to the weight room definitely is beneficial to myself.
And then on the offensive end, obviously this being a new coach and a new system for you, there's going to be a learning curve and an adaptation.
Yeah.
What's going to be that one area that you want to truly focus on offensively, knowing that you have to make that adaptation as you begin this new chapter with the Wizards?
Yeah, I mean, whatever the coach really wants. I mean, I tried to do what the coach wants, and there's definitely going to be some different type of adaptation to, you know, what I had in Houston to now. But I think what the coach is cooking up, he got something in store for, you know, not just me, but for the whole team, but offensively.
Christy Winter Scott, Monumental. And to that point, skill-wise, I know you're going to go out there and do what the coaches are asking of you, but I know that every athlete has some keys and some specifics that they want to come into the season and execute and be consistent with. With training camp starting tomorrow, what are those skills that you want to execute this season at a high level?
Yeah, one thing from last year, beginning of last year, this year, I had a little kind of a slump last year, started at the beginning of last year, throughout the season, and that kind of, you know, got me to the G League last year when I did spend some time in the G League for a little bit, kind of had to get my feet wet, and you know, see the ball falling a little bit more, because that didn't really happen last year. But this year, kind of, you know, when I get the ball, catch the shoot, not just, you know, put the ball down first thing I do, which is a kind of a habit, but that's something I worked on. But yeah, just being ready, be ready to shoot, be ready to make a move when a contest comes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But from the start, just locking in.
How did that experience develop or enhance your competitive spirit?
Just being ready. I've heard stay ready and be ready since I've gotten the league. So that's just something I gotta, you know, dial in and work on. You know, this year I might have the opportunity to, you know, stay ready, be ready. That might help me from my time in Houston and now, so we got translated.
And lastly, Bub said that you were
That
he said that you were his son.
Okay.
I know you said he was your little brother, but
Yeah.
he said he was your dad. So I just wanted to
Yeah, that I'm the dad, right?
He said he was the dad.
No. He knows. He knows what it is. Mount Royal days. He knows what happens. But yeah.
Okay, I just wanted some clarification.
Hey, Cam, Guard Chuck of the Washington Post. What's your favorite memory as a Wizards fan growing up? Either in
Yeah.
arena or watching TV?
Favorite memory, I think it was at that game, but when Paul Pierce hit the bank shot, and I said before John Wall hit the shot in Game 6, I think. Yeah.
What do you feel like didn't work in your time at Houston, and what do you want to learn from your experience there?
Something that did work in Houston. I mean, then again, in the league, you're gonna do what's better for the team. You're gonna do what's better, you know, for your players, and you're gonna do anything that happens to, you know, win the game, win any game. And that time, in the span of 2 years, they were the second seed, and they were probably the best team, one of the best teams in the league. So you gotta do what's better for the team, and that's what they did, and that's what they thought. So, I mean, not really have to say anything to it, but yeah, they had to do best for what's best for Houston Rockets.
What do you want to learn from your experience in Houston?
Learn from the state one time.
What do you want to learn from your time in Houston, learn from the experience you had?
I said it before, like, I mean, I've heard so many times, be ready, stay ready. They said that to me before. But I'm going to use that, stay ready and be ready, and use that as motivation, because I felt like I deserve to be on that floor every game, but I'm going to use that motivation and fuel here.
We've heard a lot about what the competition will look like in training camp, specifically at that wing spot. What are you looking forward to most about that competition?
It's nothing different. I've had handful of wings when I was in Houston, so it's the same thing here. Just have the same mentality, the same motivation and confidence I had instilled in me.
Hey Cam, Ben Strover with the Locked On Wizards podcast. One of the things that Will told us last week is that he talked to you on the night that you were drafted and asked how you would potentially feel about playing at home. Would you say your attitude is maybe changed from what it was back then, now that this is your reality? Is it kind of the same for you?
I have the same attitude since I stepped foot in the league. I mean, nothing's going to change, but my game is really.
And And have you kind of gotten like a chip on your shoulder now that you're in a completely different situation than you were a year ago? Has that kind of motivated you in a different way?
I've been at a chip on my shoulder since I've been drafted.